My family warned me. Clara, don't go too far for love. But I didn't listen. When the man I loved needed me the most, I stood beside him while others walked away. His family couldn't do it. His friends couldn't do it. Everyone had an excuse. But I didn't. I gave Colin a piece of me. A piece so precious that my life would never be the same again. And when it was all over, he held my hands and made me a promise. A promise that sounded like forever. A promise that made every sacrifice worth it. Or so I thought. Because if someone had told me that one day another woman would walk into my life claiming to be carrying his child, I would have called them crazy. Yet there I was. Standing in the mansion we had planned to build our future in. Completely unaware that my world was about to collapse. It was a bright Saturday morning. The house was unusually quiet. Colin had left early for a business meeting, leaving me alone in the mansion. I was arranging flowers in the living room when the doorbell rang. Once. Twice. Then again. The security guard rushed inside. Madam Clara, there's a lady at the gate asking for Mr. Colin. I smiled. Oh. That must be his cousin. The guard nodded. She came with several bags and luggage. I laughed softly. Then she must be staying for a while. Colin had mentioned the cousin arriving from another city. At least that's what he told me. Without thinking much about it, I walked toward the entrance. The moment the gate opened, I saw her. A beautiful young woman. Fair-skinned. Elegant. Confident. 2 large suitcases stood beside her. Another travel bag rested on the ground. She looked less like a visitor and more like someone arriving to stay permanently. Still smiling, I stepped forward. Welcome. She looked at me carefully. I stretched out my hand. You must be Colin's cousin. He told me you were coming. For a second she stared at my hand. Then a strange smile appeared on her face. Not a friendly smile. The kind of smile that makes your stomach twist. She ignored my handshake. Instead, her eyes slowly scanned my face. Then she laughed. A short, mocking laugh. His cousin. My smile faded. Yes. The woman shook her head. Then she asked a question that instantly made me uncomfortable. Is that the lie Colin told you? I blinked. What? She stepped closer. Close enough for me to notice the confidence in her eyes. Close enough to see that she wasn't nervous. She wasn't confused. She knew exactly why she was there. Meanwhile, I was the one growing confused. I don't understand, I said. The woman placed one hand on her stomach. My eyes followed the movement. I froze. Her stomach wasn't flat. She was pregnant. Very pregnant. My heartbeat quickened. Before I could speak, she smiled again. A smile filled with victory. Since Colin hasn't told you the truth, I'll do it myself. My mouth suddenly felt dry. The woman lifted her chin proudly. My name is Vanessa. She glanced around the mansion. Then back at me. And I am Colin's fiancée. The words hit me like a slap. For a moment I thought I had heard wrong. My fiancé. The sentence echoed in my head. No. No, that couldn't be right. I forced out a nervous laugh. There must be some mistake. Vanessa looked amused. A mistake? Yes. I straightened my shoulders. Because I am Colin's fiancé. This time it was her turn to stare. The smile disappeared from her face. What did you say? I said I am Colin's fiancé. Silence. Heavy silence. The kind that makes the air feel impossible to breathe. Then Vanessa laughed. Not because she found anything funny. Because she thought I was ridiculous. Slowly, she rested both hands on her stomach. Then maybe you should explain why I'm carrying his child. The ground beneath me felt unstable. My heart pounded against my chest. I wanted to deny everything. I wanted to tell myself this was some misunderstanding. But before I could speak, a familiar car drove through the gate. Colin was home. The moment he stepped out of the car and saw both of us standing there, the color drained from his face. Vanessa folded her arms. I folded mine. Neither of us moved. Neither of us spoke. We simply waited. Because the man standing before us was about to answer one question. Who was really telling the truth? And for the first time since I met Colin, he looked terrified.